What's up, y'all? I'm Joe 245 here doing a review, and today we're doing something a little bit different. So it's been a little while since I uploaded because unfortunately we kind of had a sickness go through our house here. We all kind of COVID and stuff, and it's been rough. I felt crappy the last couple of days, so that's why I didn't film anything, and I didn't want to be coughing through the video every 5 seconds. So starting to feel better. My voice might still sound a little bit hoarse, but so today we're gonna do something a little bit different. I've been doing a lot of GI Joe stuff, so I thought last night, maybe I do collect a lot of other things, but besides GI Joe. So I thought about maybe cause I do collect a lot of He-Man stuff too. Because if you know me personally, I love Masters of the Universe. It's one of my favorite toy lines when I was growing up, and so I thought maybe we could review uh, He-Man. So today I'm going to review the original He-Man figure. Okay, so here's some variants I do have, and see the one in the middle there's the first version, and then beside it right there is Battle Armor He-Man, and the other one with the red armor is the Thunder Punch He-Man, which that is the wrong sword. Unfortunately, he came with a yellow power sword, which fortunately I don't have the correct one. That's just an extra power sword I have. But and then the one beside Thunder Punch He-Man, that's Prince Adam, which if you watch the Filmation series, everybody had Prince Adam. For accessories, first we start off with the power harness, and you can see it's got a little bit different from the original series. It's got the iron cross and the red things on the top there, more like the mini comics. You can see that's how it attaches in the back there. A whole lot of detail. This is an earlier version. The later version had a lot longer straps. So I'll show you what this looks like. So there's where it looks like with the armor piece on, which it's not. You see, you peg it right here, and then put these two straps in. Now some of the other figures like Triclops is hard to get back on. So if I do a review on Triclops, I'm probably not going to take it off because it's difficult to get it back on. But this one's not too bad. But you see, that kind of helps complete the overall look of He-Man. Okay, next accessory is his shield, which is got some orange paper. This one's kind of scratched right there. You got played with. I mean, it's a toy, but pretty cool. Still got like rivets around the outside of it there. And as you can see, it's got USA in the bag. That's where his arm goes through. Now I think this is a later version shield where they try to melt the pegs off on the back, because mine's an early figure, so I think this is actually the wrong shield for the early one. But it doesn't really matter. I mean, it's still still serves the same purpose. So his main weapon he used in the mini comics is his battle axe, which like I said in the Filmation series, his main weapon was the power sword, but in the mini comics he actually used the battle axe as his main weapon, which is pretty cool actually. And you see it's like a double bit axe, and here's a handle, which is kind of a soft handle. It's kind of pliable, which mine is a little bit warped. You see, mine's got like a little bit of red paint on it or something. Right there, that's been like that since I was a little bit. As you can see, pretty a little bit of ornate detail and stuff like that. And you see the other side, it's got Taiwan, some kind of number. It's all gray, no really paint detail, but you see there's more ornate details like at the top and everything. Pretty cool, which He-Man can hold on to it like so. So I forgot to show you, but he can hold on to the shield. So you just clip it around his wrist like that, and that's how he holds shield. Or you can store the battle axe in his behind his armor here, which is a little tough to get it in there, but there you go. So you can get it in there, and so you can kind of store the battle axe if you want to. One of his most important accessories, the last one, is his half of the Sword of Power. Now, originally, let me zoom out a little bit so you can see better. There you go. Now, originally, He-Man and Skeletor each possessed one half of the Power Sword. So, of course, a lot of people don't know this, but you can actually attach these together, and when you do that, it makes the whole Sword of Power. And so then you could use this to unlock Castle Grayskull, which I do have, which I might try to review sometime or another. It's going to be kind of hard because Castle Grayskull is big. But now one thing I will show is I actually have a purple version of He-Man's half. As you can see, these won't go together like that. See, they're the same half. So I don't know if this was like a weapons pack thing or something, or this may have been like a factory error or something where they casted this in the wrong color. But I mean, this is kind of cool though, because I could make a whole purple power sword. It's not something you could really do very often, which that's actually pretty cool. Now, He-Man can hold on to his half of the power sword, which mine's got a broken thing there. But he can store it in his behind his armor there. For articulation, He-Man had pretty standard articulation. He had, it's like a swivel at the head, swivel at the arms, also at the waist, which he's got an action feature. I'll show that in just a minute. He had, kind of like a ball joint at his legs there, which was held together with a piece of rubber in there, which is, 5 points of articulation. Not as much as G.I. Joe, but, still, pretty good for the time period. So let's take a look at the sculpt, design, and colors of He-Man, starting with his head. As you can see, mine, the paint has wore off on his hair and his eyebrows there. He's been quite played with. He survived my childhood, so as you can see, he's supposed to be blonde, hair and everything. Pretty cool head actually. This is a very nostalgic head too. They try to recreate this head a lot on a lot of newer He-Man figures, but as you can see, going down, he's bare chested mostly, but with his power harness, he's got a really muscular, physique, I guess you should say. He's kind of big like Arnold Schwarzenegger, and he's got wrist bracers on his arms, which are unpainted. Which they actually painted these on Triclops, which I wish they would have painted these on He-Man, but unfortunately they didn't. As you can see, going to his waist piece, he's got like a furry loincloth with a yellow belt going all the way around. And you see he's got a Taiwan on his back there, made in 81. Now this is an early figure, it's got the belly button. The later releases didn't have this belly button on there. And you see his legs are mostly bare, but really muscular. And you can see his kind of furry boots, which has got like a lot of lacing detail and stuff in here too, which is all unpainted, but still pretty cool. Now He-Man had an action feature which became a staple for most He-Man figures. He had where you could do like the Thunder Punch, as you can see. So if I bring Skeletor in here you can turn He-Man's waist around and it's not want to work too well. There we go. It's hard to see where on camera because they're looking through you. You're a little closer than you actually are, but as you see, it works. It's pretty fun to do actually. Now later versions of He-Man would be released with his steed, Battle Cat, and his Battle Cat was originally released on his own, and then, like I said, later they would release He-Man and Battle Cat in a 2-pack with each other, which I'll do a separate review on Battle Cat. Get all the details of this, but I will show you can stick He-Man onto Battle Cat like so, which looks pretty good. Their legs were sculpted to kind of like in a squatty pose, kind of look like they were sitting on Battle Cat, which is actually pretty cool. I got actually 2 extra Battle Cats too down in storage, and I also got the Origins Battle Cat. I got the Revelation Battle Cat, and I'll show all those off in a future review. Now for comparison, I have the vintage one, and there's the new Origins one, and then behind the Origins one there is the the Netflix Revelation series He-Man, but in the Masterverse line, and then behind the vintage one there is the classics A7 live action movie Dolph Lundgren He-Man, which I'll do a review on that figure soon because I really like that figure. And I also have the Skeletor. Unfortunately, I don't have the God Skeletor yet because God Skeletor is kind of expensive, so that's why I don't have him yet. But I do have the normal Skeletors, which I'll do a review on those soon too. But as you can see, the movie one looked a lot different than the vintage figure in the Filmation series. It was a lot different looking, which is probably why in the vintage line they didn't do a movie version because it would have required a lot of new tooling and it had probably been very expensive to pull off. So that's why they probably didn't do it. But as you can see, I still prefer the vintage look because to me that looks the coolest. So what do I think of this figure overall? It's one of my favorite figures I had when I was growing up, and that's why I decided to do some reviews on these two because a lot of nostalgic reasons, and I just I loved Master Universe growing up. I still watch from time to time, and I also got this idea because me and my daddy we've been watching the 2000X series on Amazon, and I thought, maybe I'd review the vintage one. Unfortunately, I don't have a 2000X figure. I might get that figure and review it. There's a bunch of those, and they in 2000X they way overdone a lot of He-Man Skeletor variants, and especially the Spin Blade and Smash Blade figures. Those figures were so overpatched in cases. A lot of fans have a sour taste in their mouth for those two figures because they clogged store pegs up and for months, and you couldn't hardly find any other figure from the line. Um, well, I'll get into that if I review those. But so if you want to see more of these, give me a thumbs up, and I look forward to doing more He-Man reviews. I also might do. I also my post I made last night. I also showed some NECA stuff that I have, so I might start reviewing those too. Cause I got a pretty good bit of those. I got a lot of other things too. I might start reviewing too. So because I collect a lot of different things. So because at first I thought about just starting doing GI Joe, then I noticed because I don't actually have a place to display my GI Joes right now because I don't have any room uh, as of the moment. So that's why them are all stored up right now. But because I was looking at my stuff and I thought. Yeah, I got a lot of He-Man. I got a lot of NECA stuff, Marvel Legends, Walking Dead stuff. So I thought, maybe I need to review all this stuff too, kind of bring it in. So, so what we're gonna do some get some He-Man stuff out there, and then once I get some pretty good bit of He-Man stuff, I'm gonna probably do some NECA and some other things. So thank you for watching, and till next time.